Alright, so we're gonna do the basic maintenance. We're gonna do an oil change on our 2006 Rav4 4-cylinder. It's got the 2AZ engine. Normally an oil cap is only supposed to be hand tight. I think it's pretty safe to assume on any vehicle, right? Anyways, so but over time it might stick a little. So sometimes you need to use your pliers to loosen it up. But this one was pretty sticky, so busted out the pliers. And this one takes 520 or 020. 520 by Toyota standards is conventional oil. 020 is full synthetic. So we're gonna stick with the basic 520 standard oil. Alright, so removing our oil cap, pull our dipstick out so that way we can check the level. Don't want it down in the pan until we want to check it. Now we're going to go underneath and drain the oil and take out the filter. So we're going to jack the car up a bit. The oil pan, or the drain pan, does fit under the vehicle, but doesn't give us quite enough room to get in there and get the oil filter and the drain plug. So we're going to jack it up a bit. There's a specific spot right here. There's an opening in the plastic undercover, and that's where the place is that you're supposed to jack the car up by. So we're gonna carefully put the jack into position, trying to avoid, we don't want to damage the cover. There we go. So we're gonna go ahead and jack the vehicle up. Just gotta get our jack stands in position. Alright, so we got our jack stand in position right here between the notches where the vehicle is meant to be jacked up. And then we're gonna do the same on the other side and set it on the stands and do our oil change. Oop, there we go. First things first, gonna take out the oil drain plug and drain out the oil. Get ready for some hot oil. There we go. Oh, only got a little bit on myself. Alright, then the other part of the equation is getting the oil filter out. The oil filter is in front of the drain plug, hidden up behind the cover here. And because if you have the right drain pan, you can actually take out the filter and the drain plug at the same time and save some time. So I'm going to get that oil filter out of there. I'm gonna spin it off a little, and then best thing is to just kind of spin it and pull your hand out of there so it can drain. Yeah, this car is a 2AZ oil burner right here, so it doesn't have a whole lot of oil in the motor left. Probably, it could be as much as 2 quarts low, actually. This seems to happen with these 2AZs. There we go. So, just kind of, as soon as I feel that filter about to come off, and just tip it over and point it towards the oil pan. that's the part number right there. 90915 YZZF4. Okay, so it's a good idea to clean up clean on the mating surface where the oil filter is gonna touch the engine. So to wipe that off, you gotta make sure also that your oil filter gasket hasn't got stuck. So the Toyota filter comes with a pre-lubed gasket, so you just take the cover off, and then all you gotta do is thread it on. There we go. So you just put it on hand tight, and you're all good. Just wipe off the excess oil. And then we gotta just replace our drain plug. I got the original gasket here. Put it on my drain plug. Gotta make sure that, oh, see, in this case, the drain plug gasket's still stuck. So I use a screwdriver. And if you just put a screwdriver in there, there you go. The gasket fell right off. Reminds me of the Express Loop days. Alright, so we're gonna put that drain plug in with the gasket. No double gaskets. Don't want that to happen. And then use our 14mm and just tighten that up. There we go. Now we're ready to fill her back up. Now this engine takes approximately, I think, 4.5 quarts. So you just fill her up. Nowadays it was 1 liter, and it's 20 too. So I'm just gonna basically 4 quarts and then check. So we've lowered the vehicle so that we have it level, so that we can properly check our oil level. So looks like right up to the full mark. It's going to drop just a little bit because once we start the motor, it's going to flow into the filter. So looks like at 4 quarts, probably good to go. But I'm going to start it up, let it run for a few seconds, and then we'll recheck it again, just to be on the safe side. This is an oil burner right here, so we don't want to risk it running low. Okay, so we ran our car for a moment. Gonna wipe off the dipstick and double check it. Alright, so now, I don't know if the camera can focus on this, but you can see the oil dropped significantly. Went down to closer to the low side. So we're gonna top it off, put some more oil. Probably gonna be right around the 4.5 mark, but we'll see. About half a quart. Alright, now we're going to recheck it. There we go. Right there. So So 4.5 is right about what you want. So we're all done. Let's put on the cap and put it on the road. There we go. Oil change is done.